Day 24, Christmas. Christmas had finally come, and Chris and Tina were celebrating Christmas twice. First, they joined the Müller family on Christmas Eve, and Tina was then invited to spend the night at the Smiths from Christmas Eve to Christmas Day. On the evening of Christmas Day, her parents would join for a special Christmas dinner. The festivities on Christmas Eve started with a church service at 4 p.m. and continued into the late afternoon and evening at the Müllers' home. Following the church service, they gathered around the table to enjoy the traditional Würstchen and Kartoffelsalat. Later, they gathered around the Christmas tree singing carols. Chris and Tina sat together at the base of the Christmas tree, immersed in the festive atmosphere. The air was filled with joy and anticipation, candles flickering and presents neatly arranged under the tree, each person's gifts in their designated spot. Opening the presents had been awesome. They took turns opening their questions in a round-robin fashion, with everyone watching and offering comments and oohs and ahs. The excited question, "Who is this from?" and the discussions while opening one present at a time while the others looked on, made each present a shared experience. And Chris was sure he would never forget the time after presents had been opened when everyone was quiet, engrossed in their presents. A peaceful and contented atmosphere settled over them, creating a moment that felt close to perfect peace. Chris loved Tina's present to him. She had collected a few postcards with quotes on them to add to the collection. "There is no certainty, there is only adventure." Robert Assaglioli. "For my part, I know nothing with any certainty, but the sight of the stars make me dream." Vincent van Gogh. "I believe in intuitions and inspiration. I sometimes feel that I am right, but I do not know that I am." Albert Einstein. "Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere." Albert Einstein. "Reason itself is fallible, but this fallibility must find a place in our logic." Nicola Apagnano. Tina remembered the magic of Christmas morning, waking up really early, racing down to the stockings hung at the fireplace, and finding the presents there. Seeing that the plate where the cookies had been left for Santa was empty, seeing the excitement and bliss in Kitty and Mandy's faces as they saw what Santa had brought them. Even though now Tina and Chris both knew that Santa did not exist, it was really easy to pretend and to feel themselves part of a fantasy world where he did exist, and to tangibly feel the Christmas magic. And the Christmas dinner with Christmas pudding and of course the Christmas crackers had been amazing. Now on Boxing Day, Tina and Chris sat together in Tina's room, heads bent over their notebook to agree on the final conclusions. Firstly, Santa does not exist. Presents are brought by the grown-ups. Secondly, arguments are not facts, even if they are presented as such. It's always important to question the content of what you are told. Thirdly, life is more complex than black and white, true than lies, and may be more interesting for it. And life is insecure. You may not always be able to prove to certainty that something is true or false. Fourthly, sometimes the world is more than the actual facts. Strictly concentrating only on what can be proven and what is real can limit the magic of moments that could be perfect. There can be a time and a place to pretend, and for a moment to believe in the impossible. Fifthly, if you are not careful, you can win an argument but lose a person or a relationship or a potential friendship. Before you decide you have to be right, be sure to consider the potential cost. 6. Sometimes you set out to figure out one thing, but the best things are discovered along the way. They grinned at each other and could hardly await the next adventure that they would embark on together. They were both very happy with the best present ever. They had each won a friend, and they had a feeling that this was one of those friendships that could last a lifetime. And in the light of that, did it really matter whether Santa was real or not? The end.